I don't have much to do right now, so I thought I'd take a look. First thing, I never use the grid. I'm going to turn that off. And this space here needs to be called dining room. Turn that on. Okay, well, coffered ceilings are no big deal. I mean, if you know how to do them, of course, they're no big deal. I'm not trying to be a smart ass. Let's see what you have the ceiling set in here. 9 feet. So you didn't say how you're going to coffer the ceiling, etc., so I'm going to have to guess. Let's see what the, I assume then you set the floor to kind of sort of 9 feet. I don't know why you use a ceiling of 107 5/8. That's your business. Okay. I'm just going to take it as it lays. You've got this set to no ceiling. This is no ceiling. I assume that's going to be a common rafter vault. Let's see what that looks like. Probably not. Probably not common rafter. Yeah, you just, I don't know, you could. You know, your post just doesn't give enough data exactly how you're going to handle all this stuff. Except you want to, you know, this is going to be vaulted and you've got a common rafter vaulted and so forth. Take a look at that. Yeah. So you want to, over here in the dining room, you want a coffered ceiling. Well, first off, we probably don't want siding to show on the inside, so I'm just going to click on that and change that to an interior wall. It's fairly straightforward. I don't particularly care. You can change it to whatever you want to. Interior 4. It picked up the, it put those siding walls up there because if you look over here under Edit Default Settings, walls, exterior, that's the kind of wall it's going to automatically generate if you were curious. As long as this, whatever this is set to, that's what the automatic attic wall is going to be set to. Software is not a genius, it's just made by geniuses. Okay. So I'm not going to get into scissor truss condition, which is probably what you're going to have in here, but you didn't ask about that. I'm just going to leave this open rafter vault, and we'll work on the dining room because that's fairly straightforward. I'd have to know what your target highest ceiling is in the dining room. So I'm just going to arbitrarily decide, and I'm going to say it's 11 feet. Finished ceiling 11 feet. You didn't say, so I'm just going to set it. So now in the image that you showed here, it looks like you've got a flat and then a coffer and then a flat. So my flat here is going to be 11 feet and I'm going to go 2 feet, so we'll start at 9 feet. Now it's just arbitrary on my part since you didn't say. First thing I'm going to do is put soffits around the edge. Boop, boop, boop. I mean, this is just really basic stuff here. We'll make the soffits from your image. It looks like they're about 18 inches. I'm going to arbitrarily say that they're 18 inches, and I want that soffit. Let's do a cross section. Yeah, okay. So they come in at the stated ceiling height for the first floor. That's fine. That's kind of expected. But I want the I want the bottom here to be at 9 feet. So we'll set floor to bottom at 108. And the height, I've got it. We want the height in 24 inches, I think. Not very good at math, mate. Yeah, that looks about what I planned to do. So the flat will be at 9 feet, 2 feet tall. We'll just copy paste these around. So I'm just tutoring here. I'm not going to bend over backwards to make everything nice and neat. You can do that when you're doing this for blood. Move that over there. Set that right there. Yep, yep, yep. Come here, chicken. Showing my age. That's a punchline from an old joke by a comedian that died 30 years ago. Sorry about that. Okay, so there's the flat part. Just soffits. You don't have to use soffits, it's just they're handy, okay? And then you've got a coffer that runs from here in. So that's under build, the roof, ceiling planes. That's what this tool's for. I'm going to draw the line right there on the edge of the soffit and come out a distance. I'll set that 30 inches. I'm just guessing. And by the way, this the tilt in these things is going to be set by whatever the roof default is set to, you know, in the build roof dialog. So I'm just going to say that 8's just fine, because again, I'm tutoring, I'm not designing. Okay, so there's the coffer or the ceiling plane, and looks like the bottom needs to come up. I want that bottom to go from right there to right there. What's that, 7/8 of an inch? So use transform replicate, move that bad boy up 7/8. Go back to the camera. Where'd my thing go? Oh, I have more than one camera open. Hey, that's not cool. I told you to move. All right, we'll use the old-fashioned method. I'll just lock the pitch of the thing and raise it an inch. That's how we did it back in version 6. It still works. Or it's supposed to still work. Golly. My video card must not be updating that view. I can't believe that it hasn't moved. I don't believe it. Shouldn't take this long. Well, I'll be ding blasted. Okay. Well, you're watching it on the video. I'm not making it up. I'm just going to move it an inch straight up. What's wrong with this thing? I don't need this camera view anymore. Well, that looks like it moved. Dadgummit. I'll move it another inch. Just keep whacking at it until it goes where I want. Okay, it's moving now. I think we need to go another little bit. 0.5 this time. So I get the first one in, and then I just copy paste them once I've got them the right z-axis height. That's fine. You get the idea. You move transform replicate to get that thing about where you want it. For me to hit my 11-foot ceiling, I need more than 30 inches. So I'm going to set that to 36 inches and check it in the camera. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay, now we're in business. I'm going to make a copy of this one over here. We'll rotate it and use point-to-point move, left click, left click, left click. Yeah, and then copy. See, the hard part was just getting the first one correct. Use point-to-point move and move that bad boy from there to there. Yep. Copy one more time. Flip this copy. We want them all inwardly angling. Move that to right there. And then we'll start using the join roofs tool. like that. I got to soffit that time. There we go. Hit the tab key. Oh, that just means I didn't make it easy for the software to figure it out. It was getting, don't show me that again. I never use that dialog. Okay, I'm going to click here and join there, and it should join now that I set it up a little closer. I don't know how I got that line there out of sync. Fix that. You never leave stuff like that behind. You notice something's a little off, fix it right then and there. Don't leave it. I believe that if you let stuff like that accumulate, you eventually end up with a plan that's unstable. All I have is empirical evidence on that, because when I stopped doing it myself, I stopped having trouble. Oh, I put this in the wrong place. Sorry, fellas. Let me move that over there. I need that on the edge of the soffit right there. Yeah. Now I'll join those edges. That's more like it. Okay, I think the coffer part is done. Well, yeah, looks like maybe I need to go a little longer. We'll see in a isometric camera here what that really looks like. Well, I can't see dick. Yeah, there we go. So that's what it looks like you have in your plan. Now, of course, the geometry here might be different because you didn't state that in the plan, but those are the basics. And this is not even the only way to do this. This is just a way I just picked. Say, well, okay, fine, I'll do it this way. So there's that. Let's see, well, now what do we got here? Trade ceiling. I tried the tray. This one. Yeah, there's no such thing as luck. You're just not having luck with it. Oh, the dormer. The dormer. Okay. Sorry. By the way, there's no such thing as luck. You just know how to do something and then do it, or you don't know, and then there's no luck involved. There's sweating blood, learning how to use this software, and then you don't worry about it. Let's see what the overview of the outside of this looks like. Okay. Well, you know what? The dormer tool probably wouldn't work very good here. Probably what you did. And your plan doesn't show that this dormer is anything other than decorative. I suppose it might be a skylight or something, but you didn't state that. Let's just see what happens here. But I would not use the dormer tool for this, per se. I consider it a waste of time. Well, we'll give it a shot. I'm going to put auto floating on here and see if one will form. Yeah. What's so hard about that? I'm joking. A little humor, very little humor. Go Shift F6. Okay. Now, the only thing I don't like about this is this dormer showing in the plan view on the first floor. I mean, I just don't like that. So I think what I'm going to do is just delete that thing. The way I would do it, I think, would be, if I use the dormer tool, which I probably wouldn't, I'm going to send this roof up a floor. So now it's in the attic. And then we'll put the dormer. Okay. What I didn't know I probably always forget which tool works. Yeah, see, these other walls here are going to create problems. Screw all that. You need to learn how to manually edit roofs, and that's really what you need to learn. So that's what I'm going to show you. I can screw around with the dormer and then get it kind of in there and then explode the dormer, and it just seems like a lot of unnecessary extra steps. Let's just do it this way. This is how I would do it. Now, let me see your image. Okay, it's kind of a Dutch gable, really. Yeah, it looks like it bears over this main wall, not over the porch wall. So, I'm just going to click on the roof tool, and I'm going to draw a roof plane right on the edge. It's not snapping very. I'm going to zoom in. You got to zoom in and do this sort of thing. So I'm going to practice what I preach. There we go. Now I've got a nice straight one. And I don't care right now. Over the wall top's fine. There's that one. Draw another one over here. Yeah, wall top fine. Okay, we'll join roofs. Okay, that looks kind of sort of right. Yeah, somewhere in the neighborhood. Only the overhang's going to be, I'm going to pull this up in yonder. Yeah, it seems like trying to use the dormer tool just why? We'll set the overhang to 24. You didn't say what it is, so I'm just going to give it a value. Yeah, it's beginning to look about right. Now I've got my main roof plane up here. I guess I need to send it back down. Come on, come on. There we go. Put it back down on the same floor. Alrighty then. So I want the upper edges of this to tie into this roof plane here. So I'm going to set up the geometry by just clicking on that and making this into a triangle on each side. Okay. Now I'm going to click on this, click on the Join Roofs tool, and then click on the main roof plane. I was expecting I'd get this message here, but it's just saying it couldn't carry out my order, but it did actually carry out my order. It got this angle, and that's what I wanted. Click on that one, do the same thing, get the same error message. Uh-oh, and this time it carried out my command a little bit. Sometimes it actually tries to do the goofy thing I ask it to do. I'll just manually fix that. But this is why you need to know how to just manually edit roofs, because it's so much easier to operate. I need to parallel that up because I threw that out of sync. All right. Let me see that picture again. There's something funny going on here. Oh, you got this roof plane going all the way through. What's the matter with you? I'm just joking. Oh, no, you don't have it going all the way through. Go away, Patrick. All right. Yeah. Okay. So there's a big one there. All right, now I need something to cut a hole in the roof here. In fact, I'm certain of it. So I've got that angle there. I'm just going to pull that in. Let that snap. Yeah, I'm sorry about this little escapade over here. I didn't need to do that. It just put a little edge in it. We'll get rid of that. These are not like the videos you see that Chief Architect Incorporated produces, and they rehearse them and they do everything perfect and it's all scripted. These are just done extemporaneously on the fly. Okay, let me look at that picture again. Need some, okay, that looks like about 6 or 7 feet over. So again, I don't, I'm just doing this on the fly. I'm going to draw a CAD line here and a CAD line on the edge of those there, and I'm going to move that in 7 feet because I just said so. That'd be 7 feet. I'll move this one minus 7 feet, just so I have symmetry. Minus 7 feet. All right. So that's about where these edges should be then. Right there. I'll just grab that. Okay. Well, that didn't, okay. I need to, that's better. Anyway, I would probably lay this out very carefully with CAD lines and so forth. And, I've got it centered on the front door, looks like, and I think that's about right. Now I'm going to do this really primitive. I'm going to draw a polyline and snap it to the edge of the roof planes. I think there's a tool somewhere where you just draw a polyline. Wait a minute, it looks like it's not closed. Let's check and make sure that it's closed. Yeah, it's closed, good. We'll convert polyline to a hole in the roof. Boom, boom. And I don't want a skylight, I just want a hole in the roof. See, and already my rake wall along in here has started to form. Okay, so now I'm going to take the edge of that and use join roofs. And I've, yeah. Do the same thing on this edge. Come on, here we go. Not exactly what I wanted. Let Control Z. Didn't work like it did on the other side, did it? You know, this just kind of points up that you have to supply the intelligence for the software and don't expect it to do precisely. I just want that to close like I did on the other side. There we go, that worked. And then this wall here just stops there. You can see the polyline stops. Well, fine, we'll just move it over there and then stick a window in it. Now, if you want this to be open to below in this area here, that's your problem. I know how to do that, but okay. So that's kind of sort of what that looks like. Yeah, okay, fine. And this deal here, rather than change this whole wall type, we'll just go over the Materials tab, Exterior, and go to Library Material, and Manufacturer, Catalog. I think it's Certainty, Siding, Cedar. Yeah, I don't care about the color. That's your problem. Okay, so there's that, and then you put shutters on there. Come on, you know some of this stuff by putting shutters on there, putting a curved window. So that's kind of how that goes. And this is not the only way you could do this. It's just the way I chose. Okay? Now, see, what's the final part here? Problem 2. Bonus room over the garage. Can't get that to work. What does that mean? What does that mean? I can't get it to work either. Well, first thing, when you have a bonus room, you have to have some way to get into it. So I assume that's a stairway. And the first thing, the reason you can't get it to work is there's no second floor. You can't build rooms in an attic. I mean, in the real world you can, but in the software you have to have a floor to build a room. So first thing we'll do is to go over here and build floor, build new floor, make blank, because I don't want an actual floor up here. We're going to create one. You didn't say what the ceiling height is, so I'm just going to go with this 8-foot ceiling height. Now, nothing's really changed in the model, except there's a potential second floor here now. Okay, all right. Well, I spoke too soon. Some collateral damage has happened. See what's going on with this wall. Go over to the structure tab. Well, it thinks it's got a default bottom and top height. Okay. Who am I to disagree with its fantasies? Oh, come on, Goofy Grape. Quit playing crazy. I don't know why that wall polyline's going way down there. You might have to do something about that. Let me see where that's. Okay, that's not too bad. That's all in the attic. Go up here, see what's going on. We'll look at a dollhouse view. What? That's not a dollhouse view. Well, that's crazy. It's a dollhouse. What is going on here? Why am I seeing all this junk here? Well, this is not part of the tutorial. I don't know what's wrong with my dollhouse camera view, because I just wanted to see these stinking well, isn't that unwelcome? I was trying to figure out. I wonder what happened on the inside. Looks like some junk has gone on the inside. I need to get out of CAD tools. That's what I need to do. This get goobered up as well? Yeah, I got goobered up as well. That's supposed to be well, this is acting kind of strange. Ceiling over, but yet there's a ceiling. Maybe that's a virtual floor, the second floor that I created. There shouldn't be any stinking closed spaces up here to be creating any floors. No, it's not. These are all attic walls, and as such, they won't form rooms because on the general tab they got no room to find in them. So that's not it. Why is it doing that? That's stupid. What's sitting up there? Color bone. Where's color bone coming from? Ceiling finish. Drywall. Where's that bone crap coming from? Bone. Okay. I'll have to look up in the manual and see what cantilever underside means. That appeared a version or two ago, and I never bothered finding out what it meant. We got no ceiling, but there is a ceiling there at 107 5/8. That's annoying. And all this has happened because I put a second floor up there, and I have to put a second floor if we want to put a bonus room floor under this room. Up, EF. Well, you didn't say how tall this is supposed to be. It was taller before I built the second floor. I remember that. And it looks like it's still 9 feet to the bottom. Okay, this hadn't changed. Well, fiddlesticks. Why is that ghost of a wall there? Ah, there it is. I'm just going to delete that and see what happens. All right, they cleaned that up some. Building the second floor has caused some new conditions to come in, which I didn't predict. Let's see, I think that's T something or other, yeah. All right. Just manually fix those rake walls. The software's not smart enough to know that there's supposed to be a rake wall there. To help it out. I don't care about this, and unless I was doing a materials list, and I wouldn't worry about it. Let's get my exterior elevations looking right. I've got a wall sticking through my thing here. This is just adjusting wall polylines. That's better. Like I said earlier, this software is made by smart people, but the software is not smart inherently. You just have to know how to make it do what it does and then work with what it does. Why? This is a little crazy. I don't commonly have this much trouble with wall polylines. Okay, that's good enough for that. This is no longer, I wonder what's going on over here. Yeah, let me do that again. No ceiling, but yet there's a ceiling. For grins, I'm going to do one across here like that. And remember, I changed these walls earlier in this video, but they're automatically generated walls, and they automatically regenerated. So I'm just going to shift select those and make. It doesn't matter what kind of wall they were. I just want them showing sheetrock. Set it to drywall. Well, I guess I missed that one. Okay. I don't quite know why in certain camera views I'm not getting the expected results. That's the delete surface tool, and just temporarily removes 3D surfaces out of the view. That's kind of what I would expect it to look like. Looks like this wall's not aligned with my invisible walls. That's another story. And to align them up, I'd probably make these walls temporarily visible and then align them. Yeah, I'll just do that. Take this wall here and this wall here. Must have got a soffit instead. And we'll make those visible. Can't align walls to invisible walls. That's the reason I did what I did. Well, I just can't account for this, these virtual ceilings where there's not supposed to be any. Well, we're getting a mismatch between the walls on the first floor that are 4-inch and the attic walls that are, might as well just fix that. Change the wall types to interior 4, because that's what they're aligning to. Invisible interior 4 walls on the well, anyway, lining that up is not going to be a problem. I don't know why these ceilings are, although since we ordered no ceilings here, we're getting ceilings. Let's see if we can just bypass that garbage pail of stuff. We'll make this opening no material. I don't particularly care why the software does some of the unwanted things that it does, as long as you know how to bypass them and go ahead and get a product. Only if something's really causing me a lot of trouble with my work, then I didn't bother tech support with it. But this is kind of goofy. We'll go ceiling finish. I want to set that to, let's use a plan material. O for opening no material. There we go. Now, of course, opening no material shows up in vector view cameras, but it doesn't show up in render view cameras. Okay. That handled that. And I shouldn't have have to do that, but I did do that. Like the ceiling up here, I'd probably, on these roof planes, let me just grab a roof plane. And we'll see what its materials are set to. Roofs, no, we want, where's the ceiling setting? I guess it's soffit E. It should be showing this, and it isn't. Just for fun, let me change it to something else. We'll change it to drywall. Yeah, see, I can still see the stupid sheeting. So what I'm going to do is just cheat. I'll make a sheeting drywall. I rarely ever use the materials list. I'm mainly interested in appearances. Okay, so that's a way to fix, quote, fix unquote. And then on these roof planes here, it's just something a little goofy with your model. I never see this kind of behavior in my own stuff. But there's always a way to fix something if you want to fix it. We want to change the sheathing to drywall. Okay, that's cleaning that up. There's that back roof plane. I'm going to do the same thing to it. Sheathing, drywall. I shouldn't have had to do that. There's some other thing. There's a wall out of alignment here. I don't care. If it was my model, I would run it down. Now, that said, let's put a room up here. The whole point of me creating a second floor was so I could draw a room. I'm just going to draw an interior wall here, an interior wall here, and we'll connect it with this attic wall. Of course, attic walls won't let you form a room, so that's only part of a solution. And the exact extent of the room, I'm going to leave that to you to figure out. Let's see, where's the stairwell? Over there. Okay. From your image, I can't tell the exact dimensions, but I'm just going to try to keep this simple. Use a wall break tool and break off part of this attic wall thing. And make this part of the attic wall not an attic wall. General tab, yeah, we'll uncheck these things. These are automatic attributes. And that done, then I've got a room dialog box in here, and that was the whole point of that exercise. I guess, again, you weren't real forthcoming with, I'm going to grab these, drag them over, line up. I'm going to line up with this wall here, the one below. and line this up with my room so I'll have a room. I'm not worried about over here. The program automatically fills in attic walls. So now this is the bonus room. Okay. And let's see. Again, this is kind of a design concern, but I'm going to go ahead and draw in the stairwell walls. And okay, it's snapped into place. And then come here, chicken. All right. Yeah, we'll line that up. Line this up with that. Moving that with the arrow key, by the way. Okay. And let's see, I would say we'll probably move this over to here, just at a guesstimate. I'll put an invisible wall right here for a landing. And we'll call that nook. Okay, so now we got a landing there for our stairs. Go down to the first floor and draw the stairs. Now you're the architect. I'm going to leave the some of these details to you, but just click in here and draw a stairwell. Staircase does not reach well. Make the best fit, and then we'll pick up the pieces. Oh, I think you might have to redesign this, or it's going to have to be L-shaped or something like that, because you know, geometrically this isn't going to work. At least the way I threw it together. I understand. Yeah, I've got my landing over here, and let's see what we can do with that. First of all, the stairs aren't straight. Why aren't they straight? I'm going to take the fill out of them. Just move them with the arrow keys over here up against this door. Now, you got that door opening in, so you're going to have the bottom tread's going to have to be clear of that door swing. Okay. And let's see, how wide are these stairs? 39. They've got to be 39. You didn't allow enough space here for the stinking stairs. This has to be 39 inside. So I'm just going to redesign your thing. It's not moving. Oh, you've got a closet thing there. All right, bumping into that. Come on. Now move. Thank you. I want those stairs up against this wall. I'm trying to use the arrow keys and they wouldn't move over there. There we go. Again, this is totally arbitrary on my part, but this is part of designing something like this. The first thing you got to do is get the stairs to fit. So we can't have the stairs running all the way up to there. I had them planned to go here, but it looks like they're going to have to be L-shaped. I'll let you figure that out. You just get the stairs in. You might have to redesign this part of the house in order to do so. And then you know, the bonus room was easy once there's a second floor. Let's take a look at that. It looks like the ceiling's coffered on one side because of the gable. You might want to move that around. Again, that's a design consideration. Yeah, we got there's the stairs where I've kind of decided that they would be, and there's the room. But you got to have a second floor to build the room, and then you work out the dimensions of the room. Probably, maybe you might want to move it over here and have the stair. I don't know. That's what you get the big bucks for, to be an architect or designer for, working out the geometry of such things. But I think I've addressed the major problems in terms of 3D modeling. I guess this here would be this space would be named open below, because it is open below. But this is going to have to be redesigned to get the stairs in properly. I've done the heavy lifting. And everything hasn't flown to pieces. Looks like I got some adjustment errors. I got a little bit of an adjustment thing here. But anyway, you get the idea. I've solved the major problems that you ask about, and I'll leave the details and making everything perfect for you. Okay, well, hopefully you and anyone else who looks at this. Oh, one other thing, I got a peeve with you. I'm peeved with you. You've still got your signature says X2, so I tried to open this file in X2 and then X3 and X4 and then X5. Update your signature to X5, okay? Thank you. Happy holidays.